So this channel was originally meant to be shorts only, but there is just so much information to share and I don't want to be cutting a bunch of stuff out, so I'm making a full-length video. You can see from the title of the video that there is a brand new offer screen on Doordash, and from what I can tell, I am one of the first dashers to be seeing this in any marketplace, so I wanted to be the first to share it with you guys. I haven't seen anything about this on the internet, on Doordash's website, on YouTube, but if you guys weren't aware, I dash in Cincinnati, and there's this Facebook group for Doordash drivers in the Cincinnati and Dayton area, and this is the only place that I have seen anything about this new offer screen anywhere on the internet. So I'm thinking maybe that this is just being tested in my marketplace for now. But without further ado, I want to show you guys the offer screen, so here it is. As you can see, you have all the basic info, the name of the store, the payout, the number of miles. But hold on a second, something's missing from here. Let's take a look for a second at the normal offer screen that most DoorDashers are still seeing. So obviously I declined this order, but let's just go over what we can see here. It says the order's from Crumble Cookies, it's got one item, and it's going 11 miles. But now if we go back to the new offer screen, we can see the number of items is actually entirely missing. And that is not just for this order. If we take a look at this other order, we can see the item count is completely missing from this one as well. Now, this is by far the biggest change Doordash has made with this offer screen, and I think we can all agree that it is not a good one. The item count is one of the biggest factors you can use in determining whether or not an order is going to have a hidden tip on it. And honestly, I think that's probably why Doordash removed it from the offer screen. We all know that Doordash loves hiding tips, and with so many people figuring out how to spot those hidden tip orders, I think they want to put a stop to that as much as possible. So now, all we really have to go off of is the dollars per mile ratio, which really frickin' sucks. But let's move away from that for a second and look at the rest of this new offer screen. So another new thing we have with this is the word guaranteed next to the dollar amount. And when I started receiving these new orders, my first question was, does that mean the exact amount shown is guaranteed? Or is it just a guaranteed minimum, like we've seen before? So I accepted this order, got it dropped off, and look at this, there actually was a hidden tip on it. It was $1 more than originally shown. Next order I accepted was worth $5.50, so we already know there's no hidden tip on it, but I accepted it anyway. And you can see it still does have that guaranteed label next to it. So what this says is, I think that the guaranteed is basically just a rewording of the old total maybe higher, and that really doesn't change anything with the way we accept orders. But another very interesting new feature of this offer screen is it gives you an estimated duration to complete the order. So let's look again at these two orders and see just how accurate that estimate is. So I accepted this order at 2:35, and Doordash estimates that it's going to take me 16 minutes to complete, which would put me at 2:51. And interestingly, you can see that that is exactly 1 minute before the drop-off time. And here you can see I completed the order at 2:53, which is 2 minutes after the estimated time, and 1 minute after the drop-off time. Okay, so let's look at the other order. I accepted this one at 2:58, and it says it's going to take me 15 minutes, which would put me at 3:13, which again is exactly 1 minute before the drop-off time. And I actually ended up completing this one at 3:08, so it only took me 10 minutes. So obviously this is just for two orders, and I didn't have to wait that long in any of the restaurants. But just from these two orders, it seems like the estimated time is actually pretty accurate. I might even make a completely different video on this after I accept more of these new orders, just so we can get a better idea of how accurate these new orders are. And there are a couple other minor changes here, like the layout is obviously different, the timer to accept the order is built into the accept button, and they changed the icons for the customer and the merchant on the map. But these don't really matter too much. And I think it's also important to note that this is the only new screen I have seen within the entire Dasher app. The decline process is the same, the restaurant pickup screen is the same, the drop-off process is completely the same. It's only the offer screen that I have seen a change in. So here is my opinion on this new offer screen. I honestly don't like it at all. And really, it's the missing item count that ruins it for me. Because if that was still present, I really wouldn't mind the update that much. But there are some other things I don't like about it as well. So first of all, look at the map portion of the screen. This is not zoomed in at all. This is how the order came up on my phone. And you can see the drop-off icon is completely off the screen, so I really have no idea exactly where this order is going to. And it's not like that for every order, but I can say this is not the only one where that's happened. Another thing is, it seems like like the text on this new screen is just generally smaller than the old offer screen. If you look at them side by side, you can see that pretty much every single element of the new offer screen has smaller text than the old one. And it seems like there's a lot of empty space on the new screen where they could have made the text bigger to fill that space. Again, that's not a huge change, but it does make it harder to see what I'm doing when I'm driving, especially. If I'm driving and I receive an order while I'm on the road, I actually have to look a little closer onto my phone, which is never a good time. Alright, so let's take a look at the Facebook group I was talking about earlier and see what people from my area are saying about this new screen. And as of right now, there are only 2 posts on here regarding the new offer screen. And again, these are the only posts that I have seen anywhere on the internet about this new offer screen. So here's the first one. This person says, if anyone is accepting any of these new offers without knowing if it's 1 item or 100 items, you're what's wrong with Doordash. Which is kind of a bold statement. I don't know if I completely agree with that. I think this is definitely a problem that Doordash has created for Dashers by hiding tips for so long and not the other way around. But like this person says, 99% of their orders are coming through as the new screen, and I can say the same for my experience as well. So it's not really a matter of declining every order that comes through as this new screen, because you'd have a 1% acceptance rate at that point. This person says, DoorDash and their slimy team just took our only tool away from making an educated decision on accepting a profitable order. And yeah, this is a valid point. I don't think the item count is the only tool we have, but it's definitely a big one, and I think DoorDash is definitely wrong to remove it. So let's go to the other post in this group. You can see this person is pretty frustrated about the item count being missing, as they should be. Someone replied here and said they don't have the new screen yet, so yeah, this is not coming to every single Dasher, not as of yet. And honestly, I'm kind of hoping this new screen is just a test and eventually it'll go back to the normal offer screen. This person put an angry face with the reply because they're saying DoorDash is still hiding tips. And again, this is a really good point. If DoorDash is going to take the item count completely away from the offer screen, the least they could do is show the whole payout. But of course, that would defeat the whole purpose of them removing the item count in the first place. But yeah, since there's such limited communication or even information about this right now, I really want to know what you guys think. So are you seeing this new offer screen yet? And if you are, please tell me where you're dashing from, because I'm really interested in knowing what marketplaces this is showing up in. And if you aren't seeing the new screen, do you like it? Do you hate it? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments, and also please make sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is especially important for this specific video because I really want to spread awareness about this within the DoorDash community. And obviously I'm a tiny channel right now, so it's pretty hard to get any attention to my channel at all. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys could help me out with that. But that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more DoorDash content.